Robbie.
Hi, I'm Patty. We're finally together.
And we're going to do some fun crafts for you today. We're going to show you how to do a rag Christmas tree made out of strips of cloth. This is one of them. This is a taller
just the
one.
cutest?
There's a taller one, and then we have a shorter one.
I feel like Vanna White. Or maybe it's Price is Right. Maybe is it the Price is Right that they do the... Vanna White does letters.
Yeah, Vanna does.
I do letters better than I do numbers. And these are the little strips of fabric that we've already cut out, and it's really a good idea if you take and wash the cotton first because it will fray better for you, and I think it makes it a little cuter if you can make it look frayed and worn a little bit. And so you just do variations of color that would kind of go well together, and it will make a really nice.
And what we did was we did 10 of each one of these, and we did 11-inch, 10-inch, 9, like 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, up to 5, right?
Yeah, up to 5 for the large tree.
So that's all you have to do for those. And then on the small trees, we kind of guesstimated. So we did, what did we do?
The small ones we ended up
9, 8, 7, 6, I think.
something like that, yeah.
So you just play around, and you're going to start with the larger at the bottom and go up. And we're going to show you as we go. And when you're tying them on, it's not going to look like this when you're done. You have to twist them around and kind of shape the tree the way you want. Now what we're going to do at the top, of course I haven't got in yet, I ordered them from Amazon. I'm going to put a rusty star right here, and I think I got like a 2-inch one. So I think that'll be really cute on the end of it.
And the other piece that probably you're wondering, well, what are you tying them on? Well, she has a dowel rod that she has, drilled a hole?
I drilled a hole in there, and then I put some wood glue and just put the dowel rod in there to hold it good.
On just a square piece of wood, and then she's also put felt on the bottom so that it will make it nice for the furniture. Whoopsie, it took my hair off.
And this is something we're doing for a big craft show that we're going to be going to in a couple weeks, actually.
Yeah, so I'm just going to reach over so you can see that she's did the variations aside. She's really super crafty, y'all. She's the crafty one, I'm telling you. Gotta follow this girl.
Okay, so I enjoy doing it. Something I enjoy doing. It's like therapy for me. So we're going to get ready, and we're going to show you how to do this. So Patty, go ahead and sit down. And I'm going to walk her through this because she actually didn't have a chance to do these trees. I did them last night watching a Hallmark movie.
One that made her cry. She told me about it, and I sat and cried the whole time she was telling me about it. Whoops, I think we got, well, that's okay. We'll be okay. All right, so
You're going to take that.
And that's, I'm going to lower this a little bit so you can see a little bit better maybe, you guys. Let me see. Maybe a little bit closer to me. There we go.
Okay, so this is going to be, why don't you grab the big one there? Yeah, and then you can do your longer strip ones.
Is that the longer one? Okay.
Yeah, I think this one's your, well, you mixed them up, but this is,
these are the two piles you just brought.
right there, there's a long one.
So we're taking the bigger pieces, right?
Mm-hmm. Now what I did last night is, I kind of, so I didn't have to, you know when you have the flips, yeah, the bad side I call it.
The fabric that has two sides, not one-sided.
So the gingham is the best to use for this, but you can't always get it. So anyhow, I fold it in half, and then you're just going to tie it in a knot.
Okay.
Tie it over and make a knot out of it.
Just trying to see if my arthritis is going to
You just pull it as tight as you can. And then you just kind of keep building up like that, and you use different layers as you go.
But don't you do the same?
I don't do the same,
Yeah,
no, I mix
I would
and
think
go.
that would be better. Y'all know, isn't it the truth? When you get older, the simplest things, like simply just tying something, can hurt. Well, sometimes it's worth working through the pain just to see what you can create. So, right now I'm not doing too bad, and I think it's helping. And I think what she was saying is you kind of flip them around.
Yeah, that one you'll have to. And then I just keep it right on top of each other like that, pull it real tight, and you go to the push them down and go to the next one.
So you don't want to mix them now?
Nope, you don't mix it now.
Okay. Thought we'd try it with both of us doing it at the same time, so like she can help me if I'm doing something wrong at this point. But I gotta tell you, I've learned a lot from her, and you know, this time of year, it's kind of difficult because Robbie and Mom used to craft a lot together. In fact, there was a time that Mom and Dad were living with Robbie, and so, boy, they just had a lot of time to spend together and craft, and it's a time of year that's difficult for her, but it's kind of good that we are able to come together and work together, and I believe that any kind of creative process, whether it be painting, which you all who know us know that kind of came upon us even more, and we'll talk about the painting when I get into doing some of my painting sessions, and we do some of our painting sessions about how that's been a healing process. But crafting all together is a healing process for us, because we know it was something that our mom truly loved to do, and Robbie has taught me so much, and Mom taught a lot of the painting techniques to us. And so what's a blessing to us has been that we've been able to get together and do this, and that we're able to have had Mom have time with her grandkids, or her great-grandkids, and kind of pass on some of her talent to them, and then we just keep that going, right, Robbie?
Yes.
We just kind of work with our grandkids, and she's got some really cute videos that she's going to post from years past of her grandkids being even smaller and crafting with her. And so I think this time of year obviously is what? Time for family, right? It's time to get together, share our memories. Yeah, we've had tears, and we'll continue to have the tears. It's not going to go anywhere. You know, it's a part of that healing process. But we're pretty darn blessed, I say, you guys, that we've had this opportunity to heal through our art and our craft.
That's true. Last year I'd like to give a shout out to this lady, and if you guys get an opportunity to go, if you're interested in trying to learn how to paint, and we're going to teach you some techniques and do some things. But there's a really good person out there that I just happened to be searching YouTube because I wanted to learn to paint more than just landscapes, and that's what our mom taught us how to do.
The Bob Ross. She loved Bob Ross.
She taught us how to do a lot of landscapes, and she was good. That's just not my thing. And so I was, last January or so, or February, I was looking through the YouTube, and it's Michelle the Painter, and she is a fantastic teacher. She is
Truly.
Just absolutely wonderful, and I like doing a lot of her paintings. And so if you get an opportunity, I would go out there and check her out. I mean, we're going to show you some techniques as well on doing things. But anyhow, I started doing it, and I did a cardinal on a birdhouse.
Which Mom loved cardinals. So did Dad. But that was a big thing. Mom said they were visitors from heaven, is what she would say.
Mm-hmm. And so I did this painting, and I sent it to Patty. And I was
flabbergasted. I'm like,
I was
what?
actually quite impressed how well I did myself.
Yes.
And so
yeah, and she said, "Oh, you can do it." Now let me tell you what.
I kept telling her, get out there and do it. No, she kept procrastinating.
I can't even handwrite properly, you know. I mean,
and then she took off though, guys, and she does wonderful I can't do watercolor. She can. I don't have the patience for it.
And we all know, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it a million times. You'll probably be sick of hearing me say it, but it isn't me. That talent, I get sappy. It's not me. I never had talent like that at all until we went through this and he gave it to me. So anything that I create, especially with the painting, but anything that I create is definitely him working through my hands. He knew we needed something to get us through all this, and this is going to be the first holidays without both of them. Both our parents passed away 4 months apart, and it's been really hard, but we're going to get through it, and I know that he gave us these talents for a reason, and especially me, because she's always been very artsy and crafty. And when I tell you that I can't, I should have been a doctor is what I should have been, because you know how the handwriting of a doctor is just so not good? Well, that's me. My handwriting is not good. So I'm thinking, there's no way I can paint. What are you talking about? And so as we got to go, and yeah, Michelle the Painter kind of helped, and Robbie definitely helped guide me and give me encouragement. And there's a lot of people that have given me encouragement since, and one of them are one of our subscribers. So shout out to Miss Becky in Bell Buckle, Tennessee, because she is just a lovely lady, and she told me, This is a God-given talent, and I hope you follow what he's put onto your heart and what he has put into your hands. And I'll share you, and I don't have it with me, but I'll share with you this little saying she sent to me, and I have it in a frame because it's that special to me. And I gotta tell you, she's just one of the biggest supporters that we have. And she's I believe she's a hospice nurse, so she definitely knows what we went through. Yes. And so, yeah, we don't, I know I could tell you, I don't take anything for granted, and I know Robbie doesn't either, and that I know that this talent isn't mine, it is his, and he's given it to me, and he wants me to share it because I have shared it with people that, some of my paintings have went to people who've lost loved ones, or are losing their loved one, or whatever the case may be. I call it healing art. It's healing for me to paint, and it's healing for them to receive or to give it to someone who desperately needs it. So sometimes, you guys, words just aren't enough.
That's right.
And therefore, you know, this healing art is I know that's one of the reasons he gave me the talent, was to, you know, anytime he gives you a gift and you might not realize it right away, he wants you to use it for the good of him, right? To praise his name and to be able to provide something for someone else. And that's, you know, clearly what I know is happening, and I can't feel more humbled by it. I just can't. So she's winging herself around there. Look, hers, I don't know if ours is looking the same, you know, but
Here we are.
I'm trying my best, you know. And this is, you know what, here it is, right? We can do a little chat, and you can craft and chat, and you can, you know, listen to your music. And that's another thing that kind of helps me when I paint, is I put what I call either Christian music or angelic music, I call it, but or Christmas music this time of year is awesome because
And say
it's
I'm the
all
opposite.
that.
I don't want any music going.
Yeah, you know, as much as we're alike, we are different. And I like to think we're the yin to each other's yang, or whatever. And those that personally know us know that we have a silly streak, and we have a, you know, I think we have a sweet streak, but, you know, I think it's also, you know, fun. We enjoy each other. We enjoy laughing, and that's important right now, especially this time of year. So I am glad we're together doing this, and I'm hoping that people will come to the craft show and just like spend some time with us and talk with us, and I hope you guys are enjoying this video. We'll get back with you in just a short bit as we progress with these trees. So we're back.
Okay, what we're going to show you is how to make them look like this, from this to this, where they look full. And it's really simple. I always start from the top, and you just kind of twist a little bit. You just twist them here and there. Back and forth, different, you know, one direction then the other direction. And then once you do that, you just kind of play around so you got it where it looks full on both sides. And it's just a matter of how you like it.
You know, Robbie, I was thinking this might be a good idea. Well, first of all, you had mentioned earlier that kids would probably...
Oh, it's
be able
very
to do this.
easy for kids to do, and it's a fun project. Actually, these would be, and I don't know, because, you know, I'm going to tell you something. I worked in a school, and they don't, you know, everybody gives coffee cups and, you know, candy inside a coffee cup. Teachers don't want that. So, these make cute little Christmas gifts that they can take home, put it on their counter somewhere, on their little mantle, or wherever, even on their desk at school. So these make really great little, you know, gifts for teachers.
I think it is a great idea. And it's actually, because it, depending on the colors and stuff that you use, and I love this rustic country looking colors, because it would be even good on a gentleman's desk, right? So it doesn't, it's not real feminine,
like a
if you
boss
will.
on
It's
the
like,
desk?
yeah, a boss, a secretary. I mean, you name it. I think that these would make nice little, they'd find a nice place for it, whether it be at their desk at their office or even, you know, at home. Think little, like, you know, some people like to even decorate their bathrooms. I think this would be really cute in their bathroom or bedroom. Any kind of little nook and cranny, any vignette, I think it would look really nice in. I want to point out, because I got to think about this. You're thinking, what is this wildness going on here? Well, I want to tell you, I made this vintage apron from Vintage Aprons for my mom. And so the bottom part is another part of an apron, vintage, and I put it together and I made it for my mom because, you know, I wanted to make her an apron when we had her with us, and she actually wore it when I think she was making cookies or a cake or something with my grandchildren, so her great-grandchildren. So it means a lot to me, so I thought I want to have a part of Mom with me when I'm creating, and I decided an apron's the easiest thing, because let's face it, girls, when you get older, you get hot real easy, and this is really lightweight, and it's better than wearing like one of Mom's sweaters or sweatshirts or something like that. I get way too hot, so this is just making me feel like Mom is with us crafting one more time.
Just like my glue gun does with me.
Yep. So this is, I'll probably, you know, once I decided to put it on the other day, I thought, you know what, I might even wear this painting. Now, I will be real careful with it because I don't want to get watercolor paint, no problem, but if I were to do the impasto painting or whatever and get stuff on, I don't want to ruin this.
Yeah.
But I have one of my, I don't know if you do this, Robbie, I have a towel of Mom's that I use as my paint towel. So it's got all the different paints and stuff on it now. And so I kind of like that, you know, I like that it's something she would probably get a kick out of.
I have a dish towel that I use, but it's not one of those.
Yeah, I use it as a...
But I have a lot of her paint brushes too.
Yep,
so.
I have her, and I use her easel.
Mm-hmm.
I use her easel, and I have some of her paint brushes, and we had some of her canvases that we used. In fact, some of you that may have bought our paintings, it might have been one of Mom's canvases. So that's kind of cool to know, you know, maybe that makes a smile come to your face. But anyway, so I like that we have a way to incorporate, you know, and as we're doing these things, I can't help but think about Christmas stories. So, you know, like, what do you guys, I'd be curious to find out, like, what traditions does your family do? Like, whether it be something you always eat, like, for instance, Robbie does not like turkey, and our dad didn't like turkey. So there'd be no turkey at Thanksgiving and or Christmas.
Well, there would be, but there'd be something else for us.
Yeah, so they just totally wouldn't eat that. So she makes, like, Robbie's a really, really, really good cook, and she makes like lasagna or something totally like you wouldn't think about for the holidays because she doesn't like that. So maybe you all have some of those kind of thoughts too, where you're just like, oh no,
you know, like when you have 4 or 5 Christmases you have to go to, and everybody's having ham and the same thing. You know, you're like, oh, one more piece of ham, I'm about to die. So
now for me, I love my ham. I love pork. I'm not a real big meat eater, but I do like pork for some reason. It's probably not the good meat to have. I don't like fish all that well. I like shrimp, but
and I'll be hosting Christmas this year, so it's going to be, I told everybody, we're not having a traditional Christmas dinner. I'll let everybody know who's bringing a casserole or something, and who's bringing the desserts, and we'll go from there, and then we'll just, what we do is, sometimes we exchange amongst the young kids, but this year, we decided they have so many Christmases with so many family members, and they get so many gifts, and the parents are like, we don't want a whole lot of more gifts for these kids. We don't know where we're going to put them. So we're going to do where the kids, we're big competitive in our family when it comes to games. So
got
the
that from
adults,
Dad.
we're going to do a little gambling. We're going to throw in the little kitty there, and whoever wins 3 out of 4 or 5. It wins the kitty, and the kids they'll just play games and stuff and play and stuff like that. So we you know, at my house we're not going to do the gift exchange this year like you normally would, or we used to do white elephant.
Yeah.
And that was always a lot of fun too. But this year we're just not going to do it, and we're just going to have it more of a family get together and hang out. Like I said, we all go through so many Christmases, and I get so many things, and I don't like clutter, and her daughter doesn't like clutter, so.
So, and let's face it, we want to instill in our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren down the way is what is the reason for the season, right? Jesus is the reason for the season. What is Jesus all about? Well, he's all about love. And so if we can teach the kids, it's not about those gifts, it's about the love that's shared between those that come together. Right. So the family coming together, sharing love and laughter and just having a good time, that's what we're trying to get through. And we really need to have happen this holiday season in particular, because, you know, we're going to need, Robbie and I are going to need everything we can get, and everyone in our life that, you know, loves us to be together and just helping us get through it. And I'm sure there's others out there that are like us right now, and we just want to say we just hope you have a blessed holiday season, that you can come together with those that love you. And if you're too far away, you know, look for someone in your neighborhood, maybe it's in the same boat that you're in, and maybe just go share some time together, whether it's just watching a movie, having some coffee. Just spread the light, share the love, and you'll be all the better for it. I think, you know, that's what I've realized is, like, it's not about what you have, it's about who you can bring light to and that you have in your life. So just think about it that way. And I know there's a lot of lonely people out there, and if I could, I'd be right there sharing and talking with you. And I'm hoping that maybe by tuning into, you know, this channel, that we can provide that for you. You know, you're not alone. You're absolutely not alone. And when I say my prayer each night, I ask God specifically, please, dear Lord, be with all those that need you the most, that they may feel your love and comfort and know that they are not alone. And that is the prayer I say every single night. So, and I mean it. And I hope that you reach out to us, comment. You know, we would love to be able to talk with you and reach out to you. Now, I know there might be a time that hopefully it'll be a time that there'll be so many, but I personally would like to try to reach out to everyone when you comment. So please do comment, and know that we will super duper try to come back to you. And here is maybe I need to, nope, I guess I need to bring them back a little bit. This is our little world of Christmas trees. What do you guys think? And do let us know what you might think you might do a little differently, or if you find this something that you will try, because it is really fairly easy to do it in. Like, if I can do it with my hands of arthritis, I think it would be easy for you guys to do. It's such a sweet
And like I said,
tree.
we're going to put a rusty, I think it's 2.5-inch star up here, and we'll show you the finished product when they come in.
Yeah, so stay tuned. So we finished one of our trees. Now you'll notice that isn't the 2.5-inch star we spoke about, but we had this one until we were waiting for the other ones to arrive, and we certainly wanted you to get a good feel of our little rag ribbon tree. Hope you enjoyed.